Ladies, gents, boys and girls, Papa Smoke back again with another video. Okay, so, bit of a change of pace this week. I will be fetching you a weekly Loire video. Be doing Baron Lacroix probably in the next few days or so. But I thought just to excite my audience out there, rather than droning on about different spirits and deities and Loire, yeah, I'd fetch something a bit more exciting. But just before I do, still got a few of these left for sale, yeah? These are Baron Samedi protection chicken feet, yeah? They're mainly to protect you from the malevolent dead, yeah? So they're excellent for psychics, for witches, for mediums, for paranormal investigators and things like that. But they've also been blessed by Maman Brigitte and Baron Samedi to help guard from witchcraft and malevolent attacks as well. As you can see, they're in his colours purple and black. They've got purple, black and white skulls on there, and everything all about it is purple, black and white, which is the colours for the Gede Lord Baron Samedi, yeah? They're £21 including international postage, yeah? This is batch one. Still got a few left, yeah? So move quick if you want a piece of batch one, because batch one's always a special batch. Okay, so this week's video. The use of poisons and venoms and things of such nature in not just voodoo, not just shamanism, but ritual magic as well, yeah? I see a lot of people fucking up the base and chatting shit about certain poisons they put in certain oils and things like that. And when you discuss with them what effect it has on the target, they don't know. And certain things like that. Well, depending on the venom, depends on the effect of the target, yeah? So, what I call pain venom, yeah? So venom that doesn't necessarily kill you, I mean in some extreme cases it can kill you, but is there to just inflict pain, like a wasp sting or a hornet sting or a bee sting. This gives pain. In dark work, it can cause something to happen that is quite painful and quite lastingly painful. Usually this is like your abscesses, your infections, you know, your real nasty fucking diseases that hurt, that give you a new fucking definition on the word ouch, yeah? That's what these kind of venoms do, yeah? And that's because that's their nature. In nature, they are there to fuck off, cause pain and make someone go away. Not necessarily there to kill, there to cause pain and make someone go away, yeah? So it depends on the magnitude of the poison you use, yeah? Poisons that are supposed to paralyze can make someone zombified. So tetrodotoxin is a poison that comes from the pufferfish or the blowfish, as we say in England. And this is a very, very well-known ingredient in kut-kut, so zombie powder. This is a different kind of kut-kut from ritual magic, though, because there are different ways to apply these kind of things through ritual magic. And this is part of a process. The tetrodotoxin would be prepared in a powder. The person would wear a glove with a handful of powder in, pretend to sneeze or something, so the powder goes in the face of the target. Target breathes it in and appears to be dead. And then there are other things we do with the Loire to reanimate this target in certain ways. It's not something that's done often anywhere else, even in Haiti, to be honest with you. There are a couple of occasions where where people have been known to have been found wandering the graveyard, because for some reason that's where they go looking for their soul back. Because there's also a process where the Bokor will work with Papa Gede and do something called soul snatching. So they'll snatch the soul out of the zombie, and that's how they get to control the zombie as well. This isn't something we do in a lot of the ritual magic I do. This is the darker side of voodoo, but indeed it does involve using venom. Yeah, and like I said, I'm going to discuss with you using venom and poisons in ritual magic and voodoo and the applications of such like that. So it's not always fully ritual. Sometimes there's a physical element involved. There's a big thing about being poisoned in Haiti, and in fact people prepare defences called a gad against this, which is where when you've got the gad in force, the lua, the gad is with us, so it's like a contract of protection, we'll call it for simplification, will ruin any attempt to poison you, kind of thing. This is big in Haiti because they don't want people to poison them. Although it's not essentially that they'll end up as a zombie, but like I said, venoms are used and easily accessed in places where there are dangerous animals. So let's move on to other ways to apply this anyway, because I don't want your prepping powders to blow into people's faces. This is just dumb shit. No, not necessarily dumb shit. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but it's not something that I'd condone doing. It's not something I feel the need to do. working with venoms as well, you've got to be careful when acquiring these venoms. Certain countries have certain regulations that mean you require licenses to possess these venoms. Um, in this country, in England, you can get a license to own venomous snakes and venomous animals that gives you basically a license to dispose of this venom. You're supposed to dispose of it in a specific way, but using a little bit of ritual magic could probably go unnoticed, although I'm not condoning breaking any laws. I don't know what the laws are in the USA regarding obtaining venom, but if you're going to use it in your ritual work, yeah, there's a number of things you have to do, yeah. One, check the legality of things, because you don't want to be going to jail, yeah. Two, yeah, never use it in conjunction with blood magic, yeah. So if you're going to prick or cut yourself, yeah, or if you've already got an open prick or cut from other rituals previous days, yeah, go nowhere near it. Or use a sequence or a apprentice to handle it, because a trace amount of it might not seep through your skin necessarily, but it could seep through an open cut and be just enough in your blood to make you really sick, even if it doesn't kill you. Um, so always be careful with handling it. Everything needs to be disposed of correctly. When I use it in severe hexes like casket curses, and these are incinerated. A bonfire's made, and the casket and all the work goes on the bonfire, and it's incinerated. Afterwards, everything is surgically cleaned, because especially with venom, you've got to be thinking cross-contamination. With doing dark work anyway, you should be considering spiritual cross-contamination. But working with real-world dangerous things such as venom, you need to be thinking about spiritual cross-contamination, yeah, and real-world cross-contamination. Your biggie is real-world cross-contamination, yeah, because you don't want to say, one of the worst venoms I've worked with is black widow venom. I'm not going to confirm whether I work with it in this country or not, or what country I work with that in. Let's just say I work with it in a legal capacity. And it will literally a rubber glove job. I mean, it's usually a rubber glove job with work anyway, but it will literally, everything was dusted down and cleaned and made perfect afterwards, just to make sure there was not a trace of it anywhere. It's something to consider if you've got animals as well. If you're not capable of being intelligent with something of this magnitude, yeah, and you've got animals or small children, don't do it, because these venoms, some of them in nature, like I just said, black widow venom, yeah, that's a killer. It's designed to kill. Causes one fucking hell of a trip before they die, but that's what it's designed to do, yeah. And if you're American, you'll have access to all sorts. Well, you'll be able to get yourself access to all sorts of snake venoms, rattlesnake, etc., stuff like that, all designed to kill, yeah. These don't necessarily kill your target, but they might manifest some of the symptoms in the target. So they'll get a burning fever, bad pain, be delirious. The doctor will say, it looks like they've been poisoned, but there's no poison in the blood. They're just really fucking sick and we don't know why. Kind of thing like that, yeah. In some cases, venom that causes paralysis, like I said, can zombify somebody, make them appear dead, or it can, like, actually paralyse them. I'm trying to think of a way, that's the word, can actually manifest the paralysation to happen, so they might not get sick and be paralysed, they might do something like the was like, right, I've got this energy to paralyse them now, so we can just mangle the car at a crossroads, kind of thing, yeah. Usually though, when you work with venom, it's something that's manifested in the body, not in the microcosm, so usually it does cause sickness and illness, but it won't be like a rattlesnake's bit that person. They'll manifest some of the symptoms, they won't be severe enough to kill them. In a lot of cases, I don't know of a venom that is severe enough to kill when used in work, just on the strength of its own venom. However, used in conjunction with certain casket case works, it could certainly be the nail in the coffin to say finish off a target with failing health, like a certain practitioner's family member that we won't go into, because she shouldn't plagiarise and cause trouble and threaten and stuff and send snotty emails, and that person would still be here. But let's not go over that anyway. Working with venom is extremely important, but it's like extremely dangerous. It's like handling nuclear weapons, yeah. If you're not smart, don't do it, because fucking it'll go boom in your face and shit around you will die, and that's not good. So different kinds of working with venom, you can apply it ritually in jars, so you don't need to get into a situation where you've got a handful of some sort of dust in a plastic glove that you're blowing at someone's face. Yeah, this is not good in this It's not effective in today's society. Well, it's effective, but it's not something you'd be able to get away with. When you work jar work, I'm going to drop some knowledge on you here. When you work jar work, yeah, the jar stands for the microcosm of that person, yeah. So whatever you put in that jar, yeah, manifests in that person's microcosm, yeah, which is why all the ingredients have to be harmonious, yeah, right? Because if you manifest a spiritual conflict in that person's microcosm, when they're done beefing, they'll blame you and come after you, yeah? So even dark work has to be harmonious, yeah? But if you put venom in the jar, then you're manifesting the effects of that poison in that person's microcosm, yeah? Or you could be even more specific and do it as a poppet work, where you're working with venom. One of the poppets works that we do, one of the dark work poppets, involves sitting the poppet in a noxious bath. Usually it's 4 vinegar, sometimes it's war water. On occasion, I have added venom to those baths to basically make the person sick as well as fucking give them a bitch slap up the side of the head. There are a number of applications for it. I've not come across a spirit yet that takes a specific venom as an offering, but I wouldn't put that out there. There are quite a few serpentine and reptilian current spirits out there that probably accept venom as an offering, although I have not had that confirmed from the spirit themselves, so I'm not going to say, yo, this spirit takes venom. Do you know what I mean? All I'm going to stress is public health and shit, because it's not just you that's working with it. You need to consider, you need to think about cross-contamination before you work with it, yeah? But it's a very potent spiritual tool. It's a very potent thing from nature, and if applied and used correctly, you can bring your enemies to your knees with it. This is the kind of thing I teach my entry level to root work people on the course. Once we've gone through all the basics and stuff like that, when we look at dark works, we'd look at things like using venom and stuff like that. If you're interested in getting on that course, yeah, hit me up. Right, at the moment it's £350, yeah. Now, due to the interest I'm getting in the course, because I'm making better videos and shit now, it's going up to £500 soon. So if you're interested in thinking about it, I'd get it now before it bumps up to £500, innit? Anyways, don't do anything I wouldn't do, which ain't a right lot. Much love and respect from my house to yours. And yeah, remember, when working with venom, it is fucking serious. Yeah, it's actually real world danger. So be very, very, very careful. Think about cross-contamination, and you want to like wash everything afterwards, including your hands and the lot, even if you've worn gloves, and dispose of those gloves, preferably incinerate them and incinerate anything the venom has been in contact with. If you can't incinerate it, sterilize it, that's the word. I was thinking, what's that word for boiling stuff? Anyways, have a good one. See you later.